Okay, to finish this project, I redid this part of the boat. I am using Payne's Gray, white. I used a touch of red, but I think it's not necessary. So we could use white, Payne's Gray, and black. So it's a gray, it's a light gray, almost like a silver. And, you know, by adding a bit of Payne's Gray, we're turning it into a bit of blue, earthy blue. Black will tone it down and the white will highlight it. So I'm going to use the same thing for the edge of the boat. And I believe we have a nice, very nice edge right here. It starts from here. And it goes all the way. I don't have a line. So I am going to push my line in. If you have any pencil or any kind of pencil crayon even, or you know, that is kind of a gray, use gray, use that. No need to use a brush. If you use a brush, you need to make sure that your brush is round, small, and your paint is more like a glaze, so it doesn't clump. But if you're using a pencil crayon, you're good. And probably that's what I'm going to use. I'm just showing you how to do it with the brush, but I would be using a pencil crayon instead of the brush. Easier, faster, it looks fine. And if you have one that's watercolor, even better. Watercolor pencil crayon. Okay, now another one here. This will continue all the way to the back. I'm going to have another one here. Right here to clean it up. Clean up all of this. And another one at the bottom, but this one at the bottom will have a bit more red in it. That's the reflection of what's around it. So I'm just going to take a bit of cadmium red light, put it in my grays, and come here and start by adding this all the way to the back. It will have a bit of more red. And I'll just fix that and come back. So this is just a line, a straight line that goes all the way. If you need to use a ruler, go for it, use a ruler. But I will fix this and then I will pause so we can, I'll fix this and I will go in by using colors inside for the shiny look. Again, really, this is white. It's better if it's gray. If you have a gray one, you just go use it like this. And it will be fine. Just kind of, it will give you a good line. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so now I'm going to highlight this area a bit more. So again, I have Payne's Gray, white, and black. And I'm going to increase the amount of white just by a bit. So when I add the highlight in here, it looks, I can see it. Now this is more like a glaze. Again, my color is not very heavy. And I'm just gonna push my color, my highlight out. I don't want it all the way. Yeah, I can see this part is highlighted more. So again, I will take my light, very light gray, and highlight this area. It will dry darker. And right here as well. No, they're not. They should be even. They're not even. That's okay. We're just gonna, give it a hint of this detail. Now over here, I used a gray pencil crayon, and then I went over it with black and white on the round brush. Over on this side, all I did is I picked up my color on a round brush, and I just dabbed, dab, 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 just to give it a bit of kind of this beautiful detail. I cleaned up everything here with black. Same here, shouldn't work on it too much. There's a hint of a line in there. Now I'm going to work on the inside. There's a strong, shiny part right here. And I think because the inside is a kind of a shiny metal or some kind of shiny material. So to do this, I have burnt umber, yellow ochre, a bit of cadmium red light, and cadmium yellow light and white. So I'm going to start with burnt umber and cadmium red light. And I'm going to come here, I think somewhere here where his leg ends, this shiny part, red part starts. It goes in with more burnt umber and less red. So I didn't clean my brush. I'm just pushing my burnt umber and red in, and then it disappears into black. So this part, shiny part with red, I'm going to increase the amount of red. I haven't, again, I did not clean my brush. I'm just using burnt umber and red over here. And just kind of blend. This is too much red. That's okay. Clean my brush. Pick it up. I have still black. So black should be here. It's very important to keep black handy because that's the color of the actual inside. I'm using black right now. Pick up red, mix it with my black actually. And then just come here again where his leg is and just add this reddish color here. It's a muted red. Now this red is going to change into light. So what I could do is just add white to my black and red. Let's see. It shouldn't be too strong. So it should be more like a glaze. Okay, it's good enough. You really don't have to do this if you don't want to. It's optional, the inside, but I'm just showing you how it's done. It's really optional. Okay, I'm gonna add white, quite a bit of white, strong amount of white in here. But mix it with my red and black. So you'll see right now, it's strong white, but it's mixed with the black and red. I'm gonna push it. And because it's a glaze, it doesn't jump. This has black and red in it. Now, let's move into a very interesting color. It's black and cadmium yellow light. And by mixing black and cadmium yellow light, I'm gonna get a green, and it's a muted earthy green. That's what these two colors create when they're mixed. I'm gonna kind of ignore a couple of steps, and I'll show you in a minute what I mean. By that, there are too many shiny steps in here. So I'm gonna kind of go from the red, white to yellowish in here. Yellowish meaning I'm mixing cadmium yellow light with black. And I'm gonna increase the amount of yellow now. Actually, put a bit of the white I was using, the pink I was using for this area here with my yellow and black. Yellow, black, I got with the yellow, black, I got this. I'm increasing the amount of yellow in here. So I picked up some of this, put it here, started adding yellow to it. And then I went back to this, which is red and black and white, and I put it in. Okay. I want to make it look like really a shiny part, not something that when people look at it say, what is that? So now I'm using a glaze of yellow and black, glaze, dark yellow and black. I'm gonna try to soften all this and blend, actually, I should say blend. So it doesn't look, I just have I have on my brush a glaze of black and yellow. So now I'm going to take cadmium. Okay, so right here, I added the red with black and a bit of white. Then I went to white with same red and black, more. This is actually red and burnt umber over here. Then I added white, a bit of white. Then again, a lot more white glaze with my burnt umber and red. And then here it's black, right? This black and cadmium yellow light, more black, more yellow. And over here, I actually just took a bit of Payne's gray and black and made it into a glaze and just glazed this. I don't want to put too many colors in here. Now, what I'm going to do is take a glaze of burnt umber only. The reason I'm doing this is because I don't want this to look like it's actually jumping, and it is jumping in this in the reference. I'm gonna glaze all of that. So if there is anything shiny, it will look shiny from here. Let's take a bit of white with this glaze and increase the amount of white in here. White with burnt umber. This is what I'm glazing. I'm glazing with burnt umber. And I'm just gonna kind of go in and put a bit of highlight in here. Just a bit, not much. Too many colors in here, too many jumping from one thing to another. Honestly, by the time we're done, it's not gonna look the way it should look. Let's keep it very simple. So we don't do, the only reason I'm doing this, just I wanna keep it black, the inside. I don't wanna keep the inside black. Okay, I think that's it. I glazed the bottom right here with burnt umber and a bit of black glaze to make it darker. And actually, and I added a stronger white down here where the white, where the water is. I did not change anything in the water, exactly what we did last week. I'm just going to take a bit of white now, mix it with a tiny bit of Payne's gray and make it into more like a glaze. And just come here, this part here. There are some beautiful kind of shiny looks, shiny white reflection of the light. Right here, right there, kind of hint of light in there. And I think we're good. Let's take a bit again with a round brush, white and Payne's gray. The only reason I'm using Payne's gray is just because I don't have this color anymore and I really don't want to mix it again. So Payne's gray and white would be fine. Payne's gray and white, I should say. Let's take Payne's gray and white mixed with a bit of burnt umber. It's a glaze. Okay. This is good. It's good enough. We're good. I think we're done with this project.